I'm Brent Green, and I have a feature film that I made. It's my first feature film, and it's a true story about this hard-work store clerk from Louisville, Kentucky named Leonard Wood. Leonard's wife, Mary, was diagnosed with cancer about 2 years after they got married, and he decided he could turn their house into this healing machine that would save her life. Mary died, but he kept frantically building the house for the next 15 years of his life before he fell off the roof. He ended up in a nursing home, and he had to sell the house to cover the bills, and the guy who bought the house knocked it down. After he'd fallen off the roof, but before the house got knocked down, I got to go down there and film it. All his stuff was still in the house, and the outside of it was sort of normal and relatively well built, but the inside was just kind of randomly filled up with rooms. We found the blueprints for his house, and they were on cardboard, and we took them, and we took that and like boxed the tapes and played the piano and like all this stuff from his house. And I rebuilt his house behind my barn in Pennsylvania full scale, and made a film about Leonard called Gravity Was Everywhere back then. He was really, really religious, and I have all his letters, and the only thing that was in his safety deposit box when he died was a letter to his wife that he wrote in 1985, and she died in 1972, and it's all his letters are about trying to get her to communicate with him or come back in some kind of way. He was deeply religious, but he wasn't like just hoping that something would happen. He was physically trying to make something happen. So this is just a really big water tank that I got from like Nebraska. It's just resin, and it seemed to me to be like the closest thing in consistency to like an Edison wax cylinder. And so we cut sound into it. There were 13 different voices recorded into one on each of these tracks here. Normally when you cut into a wax cylinder, you drop the needle in like 2 millimeters or 1.5 millimeters, and then you raise it up about 1 millimeter so it doesn't just cut off the sounds. But because of our hinge system, we weren't able to raise the needle up high enough, so it cuts the sounds out pretty quickly. So there's still sound in these, but we made little recordings of them. We built little circuits that you record into that just play in a continuous loop with like a relay that flips and plays this continuous loop. So then the sound's coming through there and piped through this copper tubing to their mouths, and it comes out of their mouths, and it's this like kind of barely buoyant choir.